Good evening, welcome back. So tonight we're going to just talk about this 2000 PRS custom 22 10 top. This is Matt's. I brought it home to do a little bit of polishing on it and put some new strings and get it up for sale on Reverb. Well, I machine polished it today, and if you guys remember the reveal of this, you'll remember there was a really big dull spot from the buttons. 90% of the button rash came away from his button-up shirt and the dull spot. So this whole area right here where all the button scratches were was really dull, and there was a little spot up here. So I got that all machine polished. Look at that, you can see myself in it. But yeah, it came out really good. Like I said, there are still, you can see there, if you hold it just right, you can see the deeper ones, but it's really not bad. Like I said, a lot of it came out, and it still has a little bit of wax residue on it because I three-stepped this. I compound the back of it, and then I machine polish the back along the neck and some parts around the front of the guitar without getting wax and stuff. And then of course I hand polished every square inch of it, and I cleaned and dressed the fretboard. So as you guys know, this is my first real American one on the show, and I didn't know too much about it, so I looked in my book really hard and I just couldn't find nothing on it. No, I'm joking. No, I did a little bit of searching around on the internet, and I got some information from you guys here on YouTube, and also from Matt, into some other Reverb listings and stuff of similar ones that I found like this. So the owner of it and a viewer said the Dragon 2 pickups. I confirmed with Matt. That is definitely what is in here, the Dragon 2 pickups. And it does have the 5-way switch on it. But yeah, we're waiting for strings. I just ordered a whole buttload of SIT strings. I'm not sure how many different kinds. I think 5 or 6 more different kinds of strings, all the way from 8s to 11s, or maybe I only ordered up till 10s on this one because I got 11s here, 1150s on the flat wounds. Then the rest of those are 10s and 9s. So yeah, I ordered a whole bunch of them. So hopefully those will come here in the next day or so. I ordered them yesterday, so hopefully today they ship out. But that's what we are waiting for right now, is the strings. But I got it all polished up, and like I said, there is some residue on it from me hand waxing it and stuff, and now I got some fingerprints on it. But it does have the PRS Grover style micro. They look like a Grover micro tuner, but they are a PRS tuner, and they have the screw-in locks on them. And then the other thing that I wasn't unsure about is these squiggly lines that run along with the birds. And I think a viewer had said birds in flight, and it just didn't register. I'm like, yeah, I know there's birds on it and they're in flight, but the line itself, these 3 lines that are inlaid in the fretboard, are unique to the 20th anniversary. And they made this in 2005 to 2006. And I can't remember if it was 2007 or not. They still had some left or not, but yeah, this one is a 2005, and these inlays are unique to just this custom 22 flame top 10 top. And like I said, the Dragon 2 pickup. So we're gonna go ahead, while I got it all fingerprinted up again, we're gonna take a look inside here and see what the electronics look like. And I'm gonna leave this off because I am going to hand polish this one more time. And then when the strings come, I'm going to let Matt pick out which ones he wants to put on there. He says he plays 8s and absolutely loves them. And he sent me a video, and I watched 3 well-known YouTubers all try out the 8s and 10s and I think 11s on a Les Paul Classic custom. And everybody seemed to think that the 8s were the way to go. So I made sure I ordered some in case that's what he wants back on there, because he was going to settle for the 9s, or maybe it was a 9.5 something that he wanted can't really remember, but of course that's going to be a pain in the butt. So what I like to do, don't ever stick a screwdriver in around the edge of this. Try to get a screw in there to pop it loose, because you will screw the finish up and around the edge of the cavity really quick. And this one's in there pretty good. There we go. So that's all you do. And you got to watch, don't pry towards the thin side, because you'll bust that right out too. So you just stick the tip of your screw in there just ever so slightly, so you get just enough leverage to kind of pop that up. Don't ever stick a screwdriver in the little space around it. So here's what it looks like on the inside there. So those are pretty prevalent in a Gibson. Not sure what the little one here is for. Maybe it's a treble bleed. This is set up, looks like my 2-knob Stratocaster, but there is the 5-way stitch. Has a little PCB board on it, and it does have 2 caps in there. Looks like a .223, and I don't know which one that one is because I cannot see the writing on it. And it does have, looks like 500K pots in there. Let me see here. Yeah, those are 500K pots. So I imagine you have a volume, tone, and your 5-way selector. So that is what is inside the 20th anniversary PRS Custom 22 tin top, and this is an anniversary edition, so it's the 20th anniversary. Very, very nice guitar. So we're gonna go ahead and yank out the pickup. So the other thing too, like when I polished this, I did my machine polish, and then I used a Dunlop rag like this to wipe that residue off, and then I did machine polish it a second step with a really fine compound, and again another clean rag to wipe that off. Then when it came time for the wax, I used the Dunlop 65 platinum wax and put it on with Dunlop rag and took it off with another Dunlop rag. So every step of the way, always make sure you use a clean rag, because what you can do is you can get little hard chunks of wax and other things like that, and debris in it, and you're just going to put more scratches back on the guitar. And don't ever use microfiber. I know they're soft, but they are going to leave micro scratches in the guitar. The best thing is to use is these. I did buy a couple lambskin ones, and I have not tried these yet because I'm just a little unsure about them. But yeah, I do have a couple lambskins. But I got lots of Dunlop polish rags. I did order a SIT rag to see what it's like. So when the strings come, I'll be able to compare it to these. And the other thing I thought, if it is really nice, I can use it for my final polish so I don't get them confused. It's nice to have different color rags. That's why I use this dark blue one for my application, and this one for my removal on the wax. And then these I just use as, you know, final wipe downs and stuff like that. So that way I don't confuse which rags that I use. I don't have no hard wax, no compounds, no little wax dingleberries or anything like that in it to re-scratch the guitar, because you spend a lot of time polishing it up. Now I did not take the tailpiece post out when I polished it because it is in really good shape, and I did not want to mess up the intonation and how he had it set up. So I skipped that part, and I did not take the studs out for the tailpiece. And that is another thing too. It does have the stop bar tailpiece, and it is semi-adjustable. These little Allen screws right here, it's lightweight aluminum, so that is semi-adjustable for angles like this, and then your studs, you get your angle like this. Now I know on a Gibson you can buy these aftermarket where they do have individual saddles with little screws to adjust them, and some of them have rollers on it. I don't know if PRS makes anything like that or not, but nonetheless, it is a stop tail, like a 53 Les Paul. I do like that. My dad does not like stop tail pieces, and I know that Gibson got kind of a bad rep for it in the beginning, but since then they have corrected that and put the 4-degree angle in the neck and all that kind of stuff. So when you buy a new reissue, you're not going to have that playability as much as you did back in the 50s. So what we'll do here is get a couple rags laid out. Well, not really rags or polished cloths, but and when we pull these out, we can lay them right over. Yep. So Matt was right and the viewer was right. I confirm these are the Dragon 2. You got Dragon 2 bass in the neck, Dragon 2 treble in the bridge there. So right there, you got the Dragon 2 treble, Dragon 2 bass, and that is what the inside of the cavities looks like. Looks like it has a long neck tenon. Somebody initialed it there and down in there. And you got a couple initials here and there, and then you got your sticker right there. So that just tells you it's a 2005. You got a couple other inspection stickers. So as it went down the line, everybody put their 2 cents in with the sticker of what they did. Their little Johnny Hancocks. But yeah, just absolute beautiful guitar, guys. I really like this one. If I can talk my wife into it, I will purchase this from Matt. If not, you guys beat me to it, then I will find another one somewhere down the road. But I think Matt said he wanted these green strings put on it. No, I'm joking. I do have a couple packs of these Dunlop limited edition monsters, but I don't know, that would kind of look pretty cool on there. A little bit loud, but anyhow. So yeah, there are the pickups and the humbucker cavities, long neck tenon. Very, very nice guitar. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick these pickups back in here. Remove the rag. So there we go. That is what the inside of a 20th anniversary 10 top PRS 20th anniversary looks like. That's my first time opening up one. And if you guys do ever take your pickups out or change them, when you're putting the screw in, when it gets down and stops and it doesn't turn no more, don't force it anymore. Just that's it. It's just holding it in place. It's not holding a bunch of weight or pressure or nothing like that. Because what you're going to do is, even if you don't crack it right away, over time the pressure on it from being cranked down is going to crack the pickup ring. So just always make sure you're really careful when you're putting your screws back in for your pickups or even your tuners or anything like that. So as soon as the next shipment of the SIT strings come in, we will show them off, what kinds that I picked out. And again, I barely scratched the surface on the SIT string site. There are so many different strings on there. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Your mind spins. And each brand, you know, well, they're all SIT, but each model of strings, when you click on them, you get a wide variety of sizes that you can pick. So not only do they have a just absolute enormous amount of strings, but they have all different sizes in each one. Now, some of the signature ones, I was going to get some signature ones, like they got Zach Myers, just for instance, but he's strumming on really heavy gauge 11s, kind of like Zach Wild does. So I didn't want to get any like that. And then the other players I'm not really familiar with, but they have just an absolute ton of artists. I didn't spend a lot of time looking through them all. I was kind of more interested in what they had just, you know, for the guitars. not as a signature, but those should be coming soon. So as soon as they show up, we will do a real quick video of which ones he picked out, all the different kind of strings that I do have, and we'll get it strung up and then do a reverb listing video. So one last look at it. It's all polished up. There is a little tiny bit of aging on the pickup covers, and that is absolutely natural. I actually like it when it does that. Some people don't, but yeah, it looks really good. It's not like abused or nothing like that. It's just got some really nice aging on the pickup covers, and those are nickel, so they're not shiny chrome. And then again, here's the back. Turned out really, really good. The neck on it, there's just absolutely no flaws or anything like that, other than just a tiny bit of button rash from his button-up shirt on this. This thing is absolutely immaculate condition. And for a 2005 that actually gets played, he played it quite a bit in the beginning when he got it. So this turned out beautiful, has the original case, all that. So, you know, we'll go over that again once we get it strung up. I'll show you which strings he picked out for it. But yeah, just got done completely machine polishing that and hand polishing it, and it will get another good hand polish before the strings. And then, of course, after I put the strings on, I'll have fingered it all up. So I'd have to get it another final wipe down, and then we'll get it all pictured up. But yeah, that's it. Turned out really good. So stay tuned for the next video on that. And if you're interested in it, like I said, it will be up on Reverb. And it is a custom 22 10 top. And I guess I'll go ahead and talk about that again. This wrap tail here, like I said, I seen Trogley had one. He had a 2006, and he said that was the very last year for this wrap tail, this stop bar here. And also, I've also heard quite a few rumors about the custom 22 has been discontinued. So I can't confidently say that that is true, but a lot of things that I've seen on Google and a couple things on YouTube where the custom 22 has been discontinued. So it's a 20th anniversary with birds in flight, 5-way switch, Dragon 2 pickups. I mean, it's a beautiful guitar. It's probably going to be a collector's, and if it stays in this condition, it definitely will be worth a lot of money down the road. If it's anything like a Gibson, those things go up in value the older they get, and especially limited editions like this. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That like button helps my algorithm, gets the videos out to other people that may or may not want to see this. So thank you again for watching. Let's take one more quick flyby on this, because it's just absolutely amazing. And depending on how you look at it, that flame top just really jumps out at you. Really super nice guitar. And there's the birds in flight. And the headstock is just absolutely flawless too. There is no chips or dings or nothing on it. Just really super clean. So there we go. Next video will be coming up as soon as strings come in. Thank you guys again for watching. I really appreciate the support.